Welcome to the French Schnoofie. I'm Erin MacDonald. Today I'm going to make two special appetizers. They really are two of my favorites. And the first one I'm going to be making for you is marinated feta. And I love feta cheese. It's salty. It's great to pull out if you have some guests coming over. And a lot of times you can buy the marinated feta these days in the grocery stores. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is to do on your own. So I have this beautiful big brick of feta cheese. It is huge. And that's what I want because I'm going to be making obviously marinated feta, so I want to have lots of it. And with my knife, I'm just going to go down and make it into cubes. You don't necessarily have to make it into cubes. You can leave it whole, but I have the jar it's going to be going into that's rounded, and this brick is quite large, so all of it is not going to fit in. I think that the cubes are nice as well because then you can just pull out with a spoon how much you want. You don't have to take the whole brick out every time and cut it. It can be a little messy as well. So just continue slicing like this. I like to have nice big chunks of feta. And it's a little messy. That's okay, you got to get into it. Slice down just like that. Again, big chops, and then try and go over again and again until it all crumbles and breaks down. This feta is beautiful. I love feta cheese. This is Greek feta cheese, but honestly, you can get all kinds of different feta. So it depends on where you live and what you want. There you go. Okay, my feta is all cut up. Just gonna wipe my hands, a little bit messy. And then I'm going to get all the marinating ingredients. So I have my jar. And of course, I'm gonna grab a spoon and we're gonna get that feta down into the jar. As much as I can possibly fit, which might not be a lot, but then I'll have leftover for a nice Greek salad later. Just like so. And this would also be great as a little gift. I mean, the holidays are upon us. I'd love to get something like this, and let's face it, we can all use some help during the holiday season. So just like this, and now I'm going to put the olive oil, and with the spoon you want to pour the olive oil. Let me just get that up here. Pour it down, and you can take your spoon and actually push down the feta cheese, and you can see the cheese is going to start to drop. So all around, I just have olive oil. I don't have extra virgin olive oil. It's not meant to be with extra virgin olive oil. Again, we're just marinating the feta, so you don't need that overpowering extra virgin olive taste. And extra virgin olive oil is quite expensive. This was regular olive oil, $1.71. I mean, you can't go wrong. And so get all of that in there. Beautiful. The color is amazing. You have the white, you have the olive oil, that beautiful green. We're gonna get a couple of sprigs of rosemary down into it. The smell of rosemary is absolutely fabulous. A little bit messy here. I'm just gonna clean up quickly, make my life easier. Get this off to the side. And then just bring my feta back. It's beautiful, colorful, bright, and just take the rosemary sprigs just like so and stick that down in there. I mean, that looks pretty just as it is, but we're not done yet. So get all of that beautiful rosemary down inside. And again, if you have guests coming over, you can tell them this is the feta that I made. How special is that? Some red peppercorns, and they're really pretty and colorful. They're not strong like the black or white peppercorn. So get that down. And grab another spoon. Again, just push down so that way the peppercorns are going all through my feta and the oil and slightly marinating it and hinting it with a little bit of pepper. Now we're going to move on to some spice, some real spice, because I love spice. So chili flakes. Get the chili flakes down there. just like that. And you can dress this however you want. That's the beauty of it. You can add olives to it if you want. You could add some lemon. I mean, the possibilities are endless. It's just about what you want to put into your feta. Oregano. I love oregano, and oregano is so great. It will flavor this like you would not believe. Get a good amount down into that. And finally, I'm gonna add some garlic. And I'm not gonna chop up the garlic because you really don't wanna bite into that garlic. You just want it to flavor and marinate your cheese. So I'm just going to push down onto the garlic and break it and throw it in just like that. I'm gonna put around 3 pieces. Again, we just want the smell and the essence and the oil coming from the garlic. Okay, well now we're gonna seal it up. Perfect, like that. And then give it a little twirl. Just so that everything incorporates. Look at that. That is beautiful. I recommend you set it up in your refrigerator for 24 hours to get the full effect. I mean, it's good now, but you really want it to marinate, hence marinated feta. There we go, that's one. Now, the second thing I'm gonna move on to is an olive tapenade. And tapenade is from France. It originated in Provençal, which is a region in the south of France. It's used on top of typically breads. You could put it inside a stuffed chicken. You could put it on tuna. It's delicious and salty. And again, it's great for entertaining. So we're gonna move on to that. Let me just get my things out of the way here. And I have my beautiful Kenwood blender that I love. I don't know what I ever did before this. So I have my Kenwood blender here, and I'm gonna go in with some Kalamata olives, which are beautiful and briny, and I really do love the Kalamata. Of course, you wanna make sure that there's no pits in there. If you get the pits, you're gonna ruin your blender. So very important, make sure that you don't have the pitted olives down like that. And I also have some green olives. And I like the green olives. They're stuffed with the pimento pits. I actually found a really nice variety, and some have little onions in there. There's some almonds. It's great. You can find so many varieties. Just make sure, again, that there's no pit of the olive. Get that down in there as well. Perfect. And tapenade can have a range of different things. You can Google it, you can find different recipes. This is my recipe, so I'm going to add some scallion. And I love scallion, it's bright, it's mild, so we're gonna get that down as well. And then some capers, and capers are classic for tapenade. They are briny and salty, and trust me, you're not gonna need any salt in this recipe here. So get that down as well. And that's it. So now get my top on. If I can get my top on here, there we go. We're just gonna pulse it. It's not gonna go very long. It's pulsing is a rough chop, so let's get that going. Just like that. I wanna have some texture in my tapenade, so I'm not gonna go for long. Voila, just like that, it is done. And how fast was that? I mean, this would be great. Again, if you have company coming over. And I have a little jar. You get another spoon. And what we're gonna do is just scrape this down into this beautiful little copper pot that I have. Beautiful for presentation. The smell is unreal. Again, if you wanna let this set up, you can let it set up. But there's so much flavor going on in here, you really don't need to. But it doesn't hurt to let it set up. So pile it really, really high. This would be beautiful. Again, just put on top of a nice grilled piece of tuna, any type of mild fish, and or just bread or toast, crackers. Great. So there you have. Well, let me have a try first. I definitely need to try this. I have to be sure, of course. Let me get my board back here out of the way. And bring another board over with some bread. Just so that I can give it a taste to be sure. Yum, the smell is really delicious. Spread it on top of a piece of bread. Cheers. I hope that you give it a try. Oh my gosh.